Hello, hello, my friend. I am coming to you today to talk to you about hashtag 75 hard, the trend that is all over the internet. If you aren't sure what it is, it's um, it's a mindset shift. It's hard from what my friends have said. I have lots of friends who have done it, some who've done it a few times, some who are doing it now, and I've been really motivated by it. They give you 6 actions that you need to take for 75 days. And if you fall short of the action, then you start over. So, a little bit similar to Whole 30, which I've done 9 rounds of. And so I was intrigued by this trend. Hey, I forgot to even say hi. I'm Christy Varner, for those of you that I haven't met. I know some of you will be watching this live, and some of you may be watching this in 6 months or a year. No matter when you're jumping in to watch this, 75 Hard is still a thing, I am sure. And what I did was I announced over the weekend that I thought I was going to do this, but I was going to do um, a 75 my way instead of 75 hard. And I wanted to explain to you what I'm doing because I got a lot of questions. And I also wanted to ask you to jump in and join me for it because it would be super fun to do with you. So let me explain about it a little bit and then see if you want to jump in. 75 hard, like I said, has these 6 actions, and the actions included things like 2 45-minute workouts a day, one of which had to be outside and they had to be done 3 hours apart. Another is drink a gallon of water, another is no alcohol, another is um, read a paper book rather than a Kindle or a podcast or whatever. And so I loved these ideas, and I am always up for a good challenge. And so I've kind of been thinking about doing it. But last weekend, I was working on strategic planning for my own business. So, for those of you that don't know me in a professional setting, I'm a virtual CFO and I help guide my clients to achieve their goals. Professionally, and also it spills over a little bit into your personal life because your vision of success is not just your business vision. Your business vision enables your personal vision of success, and so we talk about that. And so I was working through that process myself, setting my own goals for the next quarter and coming up with what actions I was going to take to achieve those. And I had this aha moment where I realized that the same tactics, the same philosophy that I use to achieve goals in my business and that I help guide my clients to achieve is so similar to what we would use to work on 75 hard. But then all of a sudden, I had this moment where I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because I always tell my clients that you don't want your goal to be what society tells you your goal should be. Because in order to achieve a goal, like it's hard work, right? We got to work towards it. So it needs to be something that's inspiring to you personally, right? Whatever that is, retire early or buy a vacation home or have more impact on the world, whatever it is, it's got to be the thing that keeps you going when things get hard. So that was kind of my struggle with these action steps because I wasn't super committed to um, for example, doing 2 45-minute workouts in a day because I was like, I don't know how that's going to fit into my lifestyle and my schedule. And I wasn't super sold out on it. So I had this moment where I realized that I could apply the same kind of steps that I use in my business to this personal goal. So I want to tell you about that and I want to invite you along. So in 75 Hard, you have 6 actions that you need to do every single day in order to achieve this. You're going to do it for 75 straight days. And if you fall off the bandwagon for even one of those days, then you start over. So those are the 2 things that I'm changing with mine. First of all, if you are most motivated by the idea of starting over, then by all means start over. I personally am just going to keep going because with my clients in the business setting, we can't just start over every time we don't achieve every single action that we want, but we measure our actions. What gets measured is managed, and then we learn from how we did. So I took that concept and I actually turned it into 5 simple steps that you can follow in order to achieve your goals, and follow me on this 75 my way because I would love to do it with you. And I went looking for something that I could share with you, something that I could use to track myself, and I couldn't find one, so I made it. because that's what you do, right? So I'm going to share my screen with you. That's why I'm sitting at my computer, even though I look like I just worked out, which I did. Um, so these are 5 simple steps to set your 75 my way actions instead of 75 hard. There's also 75 medium, 75 soft, but this is just my way. So my 5 steps were: vision a successful version of yourself, not what others tell you should be your version of success, but actually what your version of success is for yourself. So that will take a little bit of time to think about. So as you're, and that's just powerful to do in your business life, your personal life anyway. So then the next thing I invite you to do is to brainstorm all the actions that you could do that would help you to achieve that vision of a successful you. So this I learned from Rachel Hollis, and it's called Idea Soup. And you literally just write down every single action, and you're not judging whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. You're just writing them all down and just, brain dumping really. Then the third step is that you choose 4 to 6 actions that are specific and measurable that'll stretch you to move towards that version of successful you. And then you commit to yourself to work on those 4 to 6 actions. So it has to be actions that you are willing to work on. So you have to pick those. The reason I say 4 to 6, it could even maybe be 3 to 6, but if it's beyond 6, you really can't focus every day on all of those. And some of them, some things you'll have to, really think about, like, what are the keys, because you could come up with 20. But really 4 to 6, I think, is perfect. Then write those actions down, because it's easy to set your intentions and then completely forget about your intentions and just lose track of it. So I encourage you, put it, as the lock screen on your phone, print it, put it on your mirror, put it in your car, whatever that is, put it in a bunch of places, review it every night before you go to bed. And then the last thing is to share with others. Life is so much better when we are connected together. Don't you agree? Oh my gosh, so much better. So tell a friend. Um, Ask other people to invite you to join you in this 75 my way journey. Now, their vision of their success is going to be different from yours. So their 4 to 6 action steps are going to be different. And it doesn't matter. We don't all have to do the same 6 action steps or the same 4 action steps in order to get toward our version of our own success. That's the beautiful thing about this, is we're all working together but cheering each other on. So I invite you to tell people. That's how these questions came about from you guys, was because I posted that I was going to be doing this, and now I'm getting a bunch of questions about, like, well, how does that look and what do you do? So that's what I did. And I want to show you too real quick. I made this checklist that I'm using for myself. This is, this has 6 little spots, so you could just have 4 of them, and then a checklist for each day. And then I added this how I did and what I learned, because I really want to learn each week something about myself, seeing how I'm doing, looking at my percentage of how I'm doing, and then I'm going to check off my days as they get through. I'll probably post some and also in my stories about it. If you're watching this way later, it doesn't matter. Like, jump in wherever. And this is just to share with you what I think my 6 are going to be. Your 6 need to be what your 6 are. I may still change mine up until tomorrow when I start, but that's what my 6 look like right now. So I think that's where I'm going to end up. Sorry, I can never get the mouse to come back. So funny. Anyway, so that's where I think I'm going to end up. If you are interested in having that as a PDF, I am happy to share it with you. I made it in Canva. I can give it to you in the Canva if you have Canva and you want to play with it yourself. Obviously, I'm going to update mine every week so that it says week 1, week 2. It's 10.5 weeks, which is very similar to a quarter, which is what I work with my business clients on. So anyway, I would love to invite you to join me for this. Please DM me and let me know if you're jumping in so I can cheer you on. I'm on Instagram at Victory Advisory Services. Tag me in pics. I want to cheer you on. I'd love to hear what your 4 to 6 are, since I shared mine. And you'll probably see me talk more about this and more stories. I love, love, love helping people achieve their goals in business and in life. So just know I am here cheering